Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, y'all? You know what time it is. It's the Rampage. I'm your guest. Whoa, I'm your host, Mad. Y'all see me, y'all hear from me all the time. How could I ever be a guest? But, of course, if you're listening to us on WBCR.net. And the Instagram, of course, to keep up with all the shows here, is WBCR_CUNY. And for the full-length episodes, which I will be putting out at some point, please stop harassing me. Thank you. It'll be on WBCR_CUNY. So, yeah, without further ado... Wait, hold on. Yeah. Also, again, if you want to reach out to us for advice, we want to do an advice segment pretty soon, or just hear from you guys, the audience, the Rampagers, the Rampagees, the listeners. I don't even know what to call y'all, but the people who listen, you can always email us with the subject line of 1-800-SEND-HELP, and the the email to email us is therampagewbcr@gmail.com. And as always, you can DM us and follow us on Instagram at therampagewbcr. And of course, today we're on camera. Finally, woo! Were we on camera last week?
Yeah.
We were? Oh. My fault, y'all. My fault. And I like to do my visual descriptions for all my people who can't see, you know. Today I am wearing... What am I wearing? Wearing my glasses, gold glasses. I always wear them. I'm wearing a brown hijab with 2 hair clips with like fake diamonds on them. I'm wearing a keffiyeh, Palestinian keffiyeh. There's a protest happening on campus today, and I really wanted to go, but I can't go because I had the show. So we supporting Palestine. We support Palestine over here. And I'm wearing a burgundy button-up with like stripes on it. Brown pants and beat up white Nikes. I don't even know if you can see them, but it's okay. And we have our guest.
Hi.
Do you want to introduce yourself, or should I introduce you?
Well, I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hi, I'm Carleen, and I'm really excited. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, the audience, they don't really know you, so how would you describe yourself? Are you a man, a woman, whatever?
Okay, so I'm a woman.
Okay.
I'm wearing a pink puffer,
Yeah.
a brown Uggs,
Right.
gray cargos, and a gray turtleneck.
Yeah. Okay. Woo. And I did, for those of y'all who, you know, keep up with the guest tradition that we have on the show, I did give Carly her treat before the show, so please don't harass me. I gave her some Doritos. I left the cookie tin at the house, so unfortunately, I didn't have anything for my permanent guests this week, but it's okay. The next time we have a guest, I got y'all. You know I got y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it. What are we talking about today, Carly?
Flirting.
Yeah. This episode's going to be so fun. I feel like it's going to be fun. But as always, we like to start here on the Rampage with the definitions of the stuff that we're talking about. So the definitions, this is the first one that you Google. It is, flirting is defined as behaving as though, when you behave as though attracted to or trying to attract someone before amusement rather than with serious intentions. This is from Oxford Languages. Shout out Oxford Languages. So how do we feel about this definition? Do you feel like it's accurate, not accurate?
I think it's accurate.
Yeah,
You're flirting for fun.
Usually for fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that. What about you, Angie? Do you feel like the definition's accurate, not accurate?
Pretty accurate to me, definitely.
Okay. Makes sense. Stacy, how you feeling about this definition?
It sounds accurate.
Okay. Also, I was making the outline with Carly, so she's a little bit familiar with what's on the list, what we're going to be talking about. But I think the one thing that I missed is, I hate this word so bad, but I feel like it's related to what we're talking about. Riz. How do we feel about this word, y'all?
Are you saying that it's different from flirting, or it's the same as flirting?
I feel like it's the same. Is it not? When they say like, you have Riz, like that means like you're good. Is it not? I don't know. Andy, you're a man.
I mean, yeah, I think it all, it revolved around like, the whole meme situation, Riz. Like, we used to say, people still say flirting, but I think just now, us as like this generation, we just say Riz,
Right.
Like, how people say instead of saying it's cold, it's mad brick.
Yeah. It's another way to say something. I get that. Do you, when you're talking with your friends, do you say like, oh, this man, he got a lot of riz? Like, that's a thing that you say, or you won't say that word? How do you feel about the word? I don't know.
I think it's more of like a joking scenario. I usually would say like, oh, like, I see you, like, my son.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. So, I was researching for this episode with Carly, of course, and I was looking and I saw this video where it's just like, what is the point of flirting? And I was just like, they made a good point here. Basically, the point of flirting is to have fun and to build tension. Do y'all feel like this is what you do when you are flirting, or is it not? What do you think?
100%. It's to build tension. It's to have fun.
Right.
And it's to have a playful connection to somebody that you're attracted to.
I see that. Makes sense. And just something for me, I feel like flirting is a lost art. The people don't know how to flirt, y'all. And it hurts my spirit so bad because, there's like a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. And I feel like some people, they just like jump to like being super direct and being super upfront. And sometimes it could work, but it doesn't always work, bro.
It doesn't.
It doesn't always work. So it's just like, I don't know. There needs to be like a tutorial. How to flirt. This is how to flirt, how to not flirt. There is one, right? The WikiHow. Literally, WikiHow has a thing.
WikiHow has everything.
How to flirt. And when I tell y'all, I was scrolling through it and I was just like, I was taking some notes. I was like, oh, WikiHow might have something going here. I don't know. But yeah, so I also wanted to touch on this. There is a way that women flirt and there's a way that men flirt. So how do we think that women flirt, y'all?
Indirectly. Literally, I'll walk past you, look at you, look away, look back, make sure that you saw me looking at you, and that's it.
You don't talk to them, you don't approach them, you don't do anything. It's just you look at them one time and that's it.
Oh, I'm not saying that's me, but I'm saying I feel like some women do that.
Fair. How do you feel like women flirt, Carly?
Like she said,
literally, just like
very
that?
subtle.
Got you.
Liking a story. But sometimes that's not enough.
And that's it. I feel like sometimes the way that women flirt is like they look at you, they look away, and they like beam signals from their brain. And it's like if you don't know that they're interested, you don't know. You lost out, bro. Don't know what to tell you. You should have known. You should have had your brain waves activated,
Connected.
You should have been paying attention.
You should have been paying attention. Right. That was your fault. Anyways, how do y'all feel like men flirt?
Let's ask Andy.
Right. Andy, the only man in the room. How do you feel men flirt? And how do you feel like women flirt?
I mean, it's all communication. Like, if you don't have great talking skills and you're just going to be like, stage fright, similarly. But, I feel like you just, you got to build it up. You have to have, like, a conversation going, Like, if there's something between two people that, you guys share in common, I think you could use that as a leverage. And then, you could build from that.
Right.
Yeah. But it's, like, it depends on the person because, everybody flirts differently.
Right. So then, I guess, how have you noticed, like, men flirt versus how women flirt? Do you feel like it's different or they kind of do the same thing?
I feel like it's a lot of the nonverbal cues,
For who? For men or for women?
Because you're asking me about the men's perspective, so I would say it's like the nonverbal cues for like how us as guys we handle the situation when we're speaking to women. Like eye contact is important. A lot of times, if you're not like directly looking at the female, it can be like like you're insecure or something, or like let's say also like gestures like you don't want to have her on the side of the road. You want to be on that side. You want to open the door.
You feel like this
like
is
that.
You feel like the sidewalk thing is flirting? This is interesting.
No, that's different.
Oh, okay. I think that's just like being a gentleman.
Yeah.
No? What do the girls think?
I think so. It's being a gentleman.
Yeah.
But it's also thing. Like how he moves you. So, if he places his hand like right below on your back.
Okay.
Be like,
so that could be flirting.
Be on the side, yeah.
I see that. Okay. And I guess, actually, I don't want to ask you. I'm going to ask you later. But do you feel like, okay, so you said it's a lot of eye contact with men. It's a lot of nonverbal cues. Is there anything else that men do while flirting?
You know, the obvious one, you know, you gotta like treat her, you know, a snack or, you know, a drink or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that also counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for your perspective. Okay, so another big thing about flirting, like one of the like rules I want to say about flirting is that it's not what you say exactly that gets people, it's how you say it. Always.
Definitely.
How you say it. It's very important. Because you can say something and then it might come off creepy. It might come off like, that feels weird. That feels uncomfortable. And, you know, we want to flirt. We don't want to harass people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a very important thing. So, you know, you flirt, again, it goes back to being subtle. If you're too direct too soon, it throws everything off entirely. Throws everything off. So we went to WikiHow, like I told y'all earlier, and we looked up how to flirt. So there's 3 ways of flirting. They showed you like how to flirt like over text, how to flirt in person, and I think there was another one. I don't remember what the other one was. Hold on, let's pull it up. Okay. Yeah. So flirting in person. What's the other one? I'm trying to find it. Flirting over text and online. What's this last one, bro? Was it flirting on a date? What are the do's and don'ts of body language when flirting? This is a video. I'm not about to play y'all the video. That would feel like a class, like, lesson. So I will spare y'all that. But yeah, I just wanted to know, for the people that don't know how to flirt, like literally don't know anything about anything, WikiHow has an article, and I think it's worth checking out. I'm not gonna lie, I was taking notes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay, so now I want to ask the community what we asked the community. Survey says this was the number 1 answer. Yeah. So whoa. So we asked the community. I think I want to ask the people in the room first, though. So we're gonna ask the people in the room how they flirt, what strategies or tactics you use when flirting, and what tips they have for flirting. So do we want to go around the room? How do we want to go about this? I think you should go first, Carleen.
Okay.
What do you do when you flirting?
It's the way you look at them.
Ah.
Yeah. So the eye contact, like Andy said. And maybe if you like look down, look up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very flirtatious, eyes. Okay. And yeah.
So you feel like eyes is like the most important thing for you?
I think so.
Okay, that's fair. Stacy, what about you? What do you feel like you focus on when you're flirting with somebody?
I don't know how to flirt. I'd rather the person.
You're kind of real for that. You're a little bit real for that.
I get nervous.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person like if I want to talk to someone, I'll ask the questions that I already know the answer to. Like, oh, like, did we get any homework? Or like, what did we do in class today? Right. That's how I try it and like talk to someone, and then from there I try to like build a relationship. And I think after that I become direct. Like, oh, like I like you. That's the type of person I am.
I was trying to get this charger in, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not that I wasn't listening to Stacy. I was just trying to plug in that charger. Anyways, I like that, and I feel like you're mad real for saying that. You know, there is a bunch of people who also don't know how to flirt, and yeah, we see you, we hear you, and we appreciate you for being honest enough to say that you don't. That's okay.
Thank you.
Yes. What about you, Angie? How do you flirt when you flirting with somebody?
Build up the conversation, but also like complimenting her features, or like, you know, like pay attention to like her daily activities. Like, oh, you just came out of like, you know, math class. Oh, like what have you learned? Or like, you know, depending on like what she says, you respond, you know, like with like a compliment or something. You know, you gotta notice her clothing style. Right. You know, what color hair she got, her eyes. You know, I mean, you don't want to say it, you know, right away. You want to like, it's like, you know, cues here and there, and then like she'll pick it up, and then, you know, just keep building on from that.
I hear that. For me, when I be flirting, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of time when I flirt, it really is over text. I just feel like it's so much easier to flirt over text than it is in real life.
Really?
Like with a person, because with a person, like they're right there, you know, they're in your face. But it's like if it's over text, I can speak as recklessly as I want to. And what are you gonna do? Beat me up? Like, come on. Let's be serious. Let's be serious.
I feel like another thing too with like flirting over text is that like you have more time to think of what to say, whereas in person, like you don't. You got to be witty.
True. Right.
I feel like it could also be a bit risky too.
To flirt in person or over text?
Over text.
Why?
Cause just like what Stacy was saying, if you, like the example of if you take too long to reply, somebody could perceive it as, she's not interested in me, or she's too dry, or like, you know, why am I putting so much effort? You know, everybody, you know, interprets their flirtating with somebody differently, but I feel like with texting you really have to be really direct with what you're trying to say, because a lot of the stuff that comes out as flirting can be very broad, and like they can just, you know, interpret it many different ways.
Like they might not get that you're flirting with them.
Yeah, like he might be weird. That's like another word, you know, mad sus, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. I hear that.
I feel like it's easier in person though.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Do I flirt with people in person? Not really.
Because you have
like
body language,
so
eye contact,
makes more sense.
a playful hit.
You're right. You're right.
So you're saying like you could like let the person know more easily?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you can't interpret how people speak on text if you don't know them personally. So you don't know if they're being friendly. Oh, how are you? Or how are you? You don't know. There's a difference between tone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tone does not come across over text. You're right. You're very right. So apparently, while I was doing my research, they said that one tip in particular that really, really works, that can help you while flirting, is when you use the person's name in conversation. What do y'all think about that? She was just like, it feels more intimate. You feel more intimate with the person because they keep saying your name. Somebody said, what did they say? Like, somebody's name is the most important sound to them that they will ever experience in their entire life, because it's the name that someone calls you all the time, right? Mm-hmm. It's the thing that somebody refers to you as, right? So apparently if you keep saying it a lot in conversation, it's like you build a more intimate connection because you keep saying the thing that's so important to them. Girl, psychology, I didn't know all of that.
And it grabs their attention.
It does, because you're literally calling them. Interesting. Very interesting.
And it's more impactful than like if you were to say yo, or like you know, like hey, or something like that.
I guess so. Yeah, it makes it more personal because you're literally talking. It's such a simple tip, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's just like, whoa.
It sounds complex.
Like it really does. Yeah. Like it really does do something. It makes sense. Something that Carleen brought up is that as you get older, flirting changes with time, and I want you to elaborate on this point when you brought it up.
So flirting in high school changes between flirting in college and high school, okay? Because in high school, it's more innocent, or maybe not even innocent, but more playful.
Right.
And so, for example, punching somebody.
Yeah.
Like playfully punching somebody. Versus in college, you can't put your hands on people anymore.
Yeah.
There's a boundary. So it's more mature. Like, it's like, oh, let's go get coffee after class or something like that.
Nice. I like that. But I do feel like, I don't know, you could be in college and like people like playfully like bump into you on purpose. I've seen that.
But I feel like some people overdo it. Like it could be a bit childish.
Exactly.
Like they fling you across the room.
Like literally the other day I saw like I think there were a couple, like this guy pushed the girl on the bush and then he started running and then the girl started chasing after her, and I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, that would be
that's
flirting in high school.
Yeah. I do feel like that's doing a bit much, because who's trying to get pushed into some bushes, bro? Like, no, I don't like that. So then, have you guys noticed this in your own lives or in your own selves? Like when you were flirting in high school as opposed to how you flirt now, do you feel like there is a change?
I use the same method.
The exact same method? You just look and you hope that they flirt with you first? Fair. I'm trying to think, have I changed since high school? Have I changed since high school? I think now it's just like, I mean, for me, I approach people that I'm interested in. Like, that's not scary to me. It's just like, what are you going to say? No? Come on. It's me. Like, you know it's me. So I just feel like I just go with it. And if they're not feeling it, they're not feeling it. So I think I have changed. I'm more direct now. More direct. Yeah. What about you, Andy? Do you feel like flirting in high school versus how you flirt now, you feel like it's different?
To be honest with you, I didn't really do that much flirting in high school. Like, there wasn't, in my opinion, girls that I thought were attractive. You know, everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
You know, I was more of like the scholar, I guess, nerd, which you would call it. But when I would though, I noticed that, you know, it's less. I was very less communicative. I was you know, like stuttering a bit here and there. But yeah, it's because, like, you know, you don't have experience, so
right.
it comes off a bit as like weird. But now, like, you know, I'm doing journalism now. I know how to speak. You know, I know how to go up and, like, you know, change the tone of the direction of the conversation. So like, it's more easier for me. Yeah.
I hear that. I think, what's it called? Another point that Carly brought up. Carly be bringing up a lot of good points, y'all. We might just have to have you back. So
please. She
said, of course, anytime. You're welcome anytime. She said that the 5 love languages and flirting can, like, intersect. And you can see it in the way that somebody is, like, dealing with you. So please elaborate on this point.
Okay, so the 5 love languages could come into play when flirting because, for example, one of the love languages is gift giving. So if you stop at the corner store or the deli and see a pack of M&Ms and you know that the person that you're flirting with would like that, then just pick that up for them. That's gift giving. Right, like, hey, I picked this up for you. I thought of you.
It's also just very sweet because you're thinking of somebody, and it means that I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah, just being thoughtful is very important. I think in any kind of connection, romantic, not romantic, but especially romantic, you want somebody to know that you care about them and that you're thinking about them and that you eventually want to be with them. So I think, that's a good start. I think that's also a good tip. Like, if you know somebody well enough, like, you see them often enough and you're thinking about them, just get them something that they like, you know? It's
M&Ms.
Free game, y'all. Come on. How much are M&Ms? How much are M&Ms at the deli? Come on. Let's come on. Write it down. Take notes. Take notes, y'all. Take notes.
I feel like a Philly cheesesteak is more impactful than
a Philly cheesesteak? I don't know, bro. I don't eat a Philly cheesesteak. I feel like that's mad heavy. Everybody has their own taste, so just, you know.
Not even bacon cheese fries?
Bacon cheese fries? I don't eat bacon, bro.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Sorry.
So not me. Maybe for whoever you're talking to, that might work, but I don't know. Just not me. Not me. Another thing, what else? I'm trying to think of the 5 love languages and flirting. How it can come across as flirting?
Physical touch. So again, like the hand on the back, or to pass by, or
or like
a touch on the arm.
Yeah, people be saying that. They say that people, like, touch your arm and stuff when they're flirting with you.
The fake laugh, like the ha ha ha, and the touch. The touch.
People be fake laughing. I'll be real laughing. I don't know about y'all. I'll be real laughing. Yeah. I can't think of any other examples.
What are the 5 love languages?
It's acts of service, gift giving, touch, quality time. There's a 4th one. There's a 5th one. I'm bugging, bro. What are the 5 love languages?
So quality time. So we could go down the list. Okay. So quality time, that would be with flirting.
Quality time with flirting.
Be like, I have an hour after school. Like,
yeah, do you want to do something?
Yeah. Let's go take a walk in the park. Something like that.
Hang out. Yeah. Making plans. Literally making plans. Please make plans, people. Make plans. Like, I can't tell you how many times it's just like, my God, why do some people have to initiate first? Like, if you're interested in somebody, just make the plan. It's okay.
Be direct.
Be a little bit direct. Not too direct. Remember, y'all. Subtleties are important. Be direct, but not too direct.
So, like, the 5th one would be, like, words of affirmation. So like on the
There we
emotional
go.
level.
I was missing that one. Compliments. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? We should go to the store that you got it at, and we should, you know, buy shoes together sometime.
That's 3 right there.
There we go.
Boom.
Come on, bro. Free game, bro.
Boom.
Free game. Oh my God, it's 1:25, so we have to take a little break, but we'll be back after this. And we're back. So we want to read, what's it called? The community contributions from the Rampagers, the audience, the listeners, whatever y'all are called. I don't even know what to call y'all anymore. But we asked the community, how do they feel about flirting? How do they flirt? If they flirt at all. How do they flirt? What are their strategies? What are their tips? Because maybe the community can come together and make us all better at flirting, you know? So I'm just going to pull this up, see what the girls are saying. I don't know. Some people... I don't know. Let's see what people are saying. Hold on. Okay. What is the first one? So the first one someone said was, I love your smile. Do y'all feel like that works when flirting?
Yeah.
I feel like it could. It's a compliment. Compliments are cute. I like it. How do we feel about that, Andy?
Yeah, it's acceptable.
Accept-
I see no issues with it.
Okay,
I mean,
fair.
you could do better than just I like your smile.
Okay, but you feel like it's a decent start.
Yeah, decent start.
Okay, fair. Someone else said, what are you wearing right now?
I'm assuming that's over text.
I would hope so, because if you see somebody, you're like, well, what are you wearing? It's not.
But then if I got that over text, I would think like, what are you on right now?
Right, it's giving a little bit spicy.
Right.
I don't know where you want to take this conversation, sir. I don't know where you want to take this conversation. Someone else said, I don't flirt, I just talk. This is giving you, Stacy. Are you sure you didn't write this? I feel like it was you who wrote that. Someone else said telepathy. So they literally just beam out brain signals. And yeah, that's what it is. Another person said, I simply don't flirt. Boo. Watch this episode and learn how to flirt. Boo. Do you want to share any that you got, Stacy?
Someone said something that Carleen mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the eye contact. If they look away, you make them nervous.
Intimidating. Be intimidating, y'all. That's what I'm getting.
No. I think he's saying if they're looking away, then you're making them nervous. Like, chill out. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be intimidating. You're gonna scare them.
Don't be intimidating. Okay. Sorry. Wrong advice, y'all. Wrong advice. Someone else said, excuse me, it comes naturally. So no reuse lines here. It's just like whatever the situation is, I adapt and I just do my thing. How do y'all feel about that?
That made me think of what we mentioned earlier, Riz. Yeah. Like, is it like that? Or no? Is it?
I mean, kind of, yeah, because it's just like you feel whatever, like basically just whatever it's going. No matter the situation, like you could always, you know, be flirty, be good at it. Yeah. So I think that is somebody with great riz. I don't know. I hate the word. Oh my God, the word, it bothers me so bad. But that's neither here nor there. Did y'all know that it comes from the word charisma? Like somebody with good charisma? Yeah, that's where it comes from. Okay. The word is so nasty. I'm not going to say it ever again after this. Please. I'm not going to say it ever again. Did I get any more? I don't think so. Do you have any more, Stacy, from the community?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, thank y'all for the contributions. I think we want to do this more often where we hear from the community. We're probably going to ask a question, just like how we did on our story. Please follow us on Instagram at the Rampage WBCR to find out what the question of the week is, and then we'll share the responses on the show. Woo! Okay, so y'all, I want to know, how can you tell if somebody is being friendly or flirting?
I can't tell.
You can't tell?
No, I really can't.
That's fair. I'll do my research, and they said that most people cannot recognize when people are flirting with them. You know, it tracks. But has there ever been a moment where you're with somebody and you're just like, they say something or they do something and you're like, oh, I know you're flirting with me. Yeah. At what point does it become obvious to you that somebody's flirting with you?
When they mention something that you said, and it was something so small.
Really?
And,
like small details?
Small details. Ooh. If they remember the small details about you, they're most likely flirting. Because why do you have so much time to remember?
why are you thinking about me? What about you, Stacy? Anything coming to mind?
I feel like along with like their actions of like how they're speaking to you, I guess like if they keep like coming back, I guess. I don't know if that's good or bad.
What do you mean if they keep coming back? Like if you're talking over text or like if you're
like in person? Yeah.
What do you mean keep coming back?
Like if like they really want to talk to you, so like they'll keep coming back to talk to you. But I feel like as I'm saying that, I'm sounding a little crazy saying it. So.
I don't think it is. I think it's like, I don't know, if you're sitting somewhere in class or whatever and you're just like hanging out doing your thing, and then somebody, like the same person, they keep approaching you over and over again to talk about like something, then I guess it's like, like why do you keep coming up to me? It's a classroom full of people that you could be to. Why are you talking to me? Right. So I guess so. Yeah.
There's something else though. Like
yeah.
I noticed like from guys when they're flirting with you, they lower their voice.
They do.
Yes.
But it's, oh my God, sometimes it sounds so ridiculous. Like if you know you sound like Mickey Mouse, why do you sound like Pop Smoke on the phone? Enough. Stop the foolery. Stop fooling the girls. Stop
the
fooling
raspiness.
The girls. Oh my God, you ever had somebody call you when they just woke up? I don't know if it's bad or if it's not. To me, it's just like, okay, it's sweet. Like, I'm the first thing you're thinking of when you're waking up, but it's just like, I don't know. It sounds like you just woke up. Like, you couldn't have at least, like, stretched, yawned, said a couple words before you picked up the phone. I don't know. But it do be nice. I don't know. I like men with deep voices, but don't fake it. Please, don't fake it. Thank you. We're begging. Please do not fake. Have you done that, Auntie? Have you ever faked having a deep voice when you were talking to somebody?
Nah, I've just had a natural voice that's deep. Like I can't help it. But like yeah, she's right in a way. Like when you're talking to a girl, you wanna.
You make your voice deeper, or you just talk low.
I talk like more softer. Like how I'm talking with you right now, like this.
You're just away from the mic, though. You're just, like, facing me.
Oh, yeah, I just had to face you.
That's not...
But, when we talk, I don't, like, raise my voice or anything like that.
You speak softer.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So, apparently, there's also different ways to flirt, or you should be flirting differently based on where you are. So, either... I think Carly brought this up, right?
I did.
When you're at work, obviously, you want to... There's boundaries.
Keep it cordial.
Yeah, you want to keep it cordial. And there's boundaries also. Like, there's an HR lady. So, you don't want to be too direct.
No harassment.
We don't want anybody to be harassed. And then at the club, it's a little bit different. Not like I'll be at the club. I'll be at the house. But, for the girlies that go to the club, I'm sure, like, there's a way that you flirt and there's a way that you not flirt. So what do you feel like the rules are when you're at a club and you're flirting with somebody?
I feel like there are no rules.
There are no rules.
No, at the club. Like, obviously, don't put your hands on people. Like, yeah, but there are no rules because it's the club. Everybody's like having fun. Everybody's drinking, and it's easy. It's an easy vibe.
So it's easier to flirt with somebody when you're at the club versus somewhere else.
Or even like at a party, anywhere outside, like a public event.
Nice. And then how do you feel like people are flirting at work?
It's just being thoughtful. It could be being friendly.
Yeah.
Until it gets to being too friendly.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear that. I think if you're flirting with somebody at work, have you ever seen those memes where it's just like your girl is at her 8-hour shift and her coworker is tickling her? And she's like, stop. That's immediately what I thought of when I thought work and flirting at work. Because it'd be, like, especially, like, the fast food jobs. Have you ever seen people? Have you ever been I don't know if any of y'all have ever worked fast food, but it's just like you've been to a fast food spot and like the coworkers, they're like elbowing each other or they're like messing with each other, stuff like that. I feel like I've seen it.
Throwing food as well.
They throw food at each other?
They do.
Yeah, you never seen that before?
No.
Yeah, it be happening sometimes.
They throw food at somebody that they like, but it's just like, why would you do that?
Chipotle, they be throwing that little, that shredded cheese and stuff.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Really? They be doing that. Interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to think, like, okay, if you don't work service or if you don't work in the food industry, how else can you flirt at work?
So I work security, right?
Okay, talk to us.
Like somebody bringing me a cup of coffee.
That's
stay
sweet.
Up.
I like that. That's sweet. That's sweet. How else do people flirt at work? Stacy, you be working. How do people flirt at your job? If they flirt.
I'm sorry. It's just I thought of some crazy stories that people told me, and I'm like, ooh.
I need to know. Can you share a story?
Can I say it? You mentioned HR earlier, and then I remember someone telling me about how like a supervisor and HR got together, and I was like, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have a crazy story for y'all. So my sister, she used to work at a summer camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, you know how there's like the counselors, like when you went in high school, you do SYAP, whatever, you get a job, right? And some of the jobs, they be like unserious, like it's high schoolers. They're not taking it that seriously. So apparently, they were summer camp counselors. It was these two kids. They were like counselors for different groups, but obviously like they liked each other, whatever. And apparently one day, I'm trying to think what happened. Damn, bro. Apparently, so they both abandoned their groups at the same time, and they went in like the auditorium, and they was like hanging out, doing their thing, whatever. And something happened to one of the kids in their groups, and they're like, "Where's the counselor? Where was the counselor, y'all?" Doing the nasty in the auditorium with a coworker.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's very
People
insane.
are bold.
Very bold. But yeah, y'all. Don't be that person.
No.
Don't be that person. Be responsible, especially if you work in a child care. Like, come on.
I feel like people just don't know, like, the difference between flirting and, like, having a good conversation. Like, this happened to me, like, once where I was working at retail. So the only thing that you can do besides just standing around and folding clothes is, talking to your coworkers.
Yeah.
And so, you know me. I like to talk. But she took it the wrong way, and she thought that I kept on, trying to, advance on her. And the only reason I found out is because my other worker, who me and her, we still, chilling and stuff. Shout out to Daniela, because she knows the struggle of what it was like working there. Yeah, she just told me, like, yo, bro, like, she is, telling the manager that, oh, you're flirting with her and everything.
Wow.
I'm like, no way. And mind you, like, at the time when Danielle hit me up, I was reading a book and, like, studying for my next, exam and stuff. But I was like, damn, that took me my mood away, because, like, I didn't even think of it like that. Like, I wasn't even in my mind when I was like, I'm just talking, trying to, pass the time, because it be getting boring working in retail.
Yeah, I hear
that. But, that happened at the past, You live and you learn.
I hear that. Ooh. I'm trying to think. Have people flirted? Oh, yeah, back when I used to work my summer camp job. Yo, that was mad long ago. But, yeah, bro, when I tell y'all, summer camps be so unserious. I don't know why. It just brings out the most unserious in people. But, yeah, it was mad people who had crushes on other people, who were, like, hanging out with other people off the clock. What else? I remember we went on, like, a trip to a water park with the kids. And mind you, the kids that I was dealing with were mad young. They're like 4 to 6 years old, right? So I remember we went on this trip, and there were these two coworkers that really liked each other. I think like while they were on the trip, they were like splashing water on each other at the water park. What else happened, bro? I'm trying to think. Did anything else happen? Oh yeah, we had to be in the pool with the kids because some days of the week they like went out to a pool, community pool, whatever, and like some of the counselors had to be in the water with them. So yeah, you see counselors that like splashing each other with water, bumping into each other on purpose, pushing people in the water, stuff like that. But yeah, people do be flirting at the workplace. I'm not gonna lie. It just has to, depending on the setting, you have to like gauge like how do you want to do it, how is it acceptable to do it, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I think I kind of asked this. How do you know if somebody's flirting with you? Does anybody know if somebody is flirting with them? Does anybody know?
I feel like if they just keep on, like not. Yeah, I feel like you just have to keep on, talking to them. Like they'll probably catch a hint. Or sometimes you just have to say it. Like, hey, listen, I'm attracted to you. Like, you wanna go, get some food or something. Yeah.
Got you.
That's
Does
what I
anybody,
was.
does anybody know for sure? It just like someone has to do it enough times where you're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Be consistent. That's fair. Trying to think. When did it happen for me? Yeah, bro. Somebody kept complimenting me over and over again. And it was all like in the same day. Like I had just met the dude. We were in a class together, right? So like we went on a field trip, whatever, it was cool. And then the entire time, we were on the field trip. The entire time he's just like, oh yeah, something beautiful. And I like, it didn't click for me the first time he said it, but then he kept saying it, and I was just like, oh, okay, I know what this is. Makes sense. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's me. So, But on to the next thing. Apparently, there are multiple flirting styles. Damn, bro. I don't know how much time we have left, but there are multiple flirting styles. And apparently, one website said that there was 5. Another website said that there were more. But here are some of the basic flirting styles. There is polite, which is just like, hi, how are you? I think it's more like small talk, less direct, that kind of thing. There's playful, which like we were saying earlier is like punching somebody, not too hard, like bumping into them, teasing them, that kind of thing. There's traditional flirting, where I think it's like, I don't want to say big gestures, but like gestures like flowers, a coffee, I think like you said, just like being thoughtful. Physical flirting. What goes on in physical flirting? Is that also
the touch on the arm?
Right. That makes sense. And then there's sincere flirting, which is just like, I think it kind of goes into polite flirting, where it's just like you're just being, like you show that you care about the person, and that's really what it is. Like you ask about them a lot. You
show interest.
Right? That kind of thing. I think there's this website that covers the basic ones, and then there's another one with more flirting styles. Let me see if I could get this one up. This is the one that you sent me, right? Yeah. So let's just go through it. Physical flirting, body language, and touch, like you said. Eye contact, touching the person's arm or hand, standing close to them, playful teasing. Asking questions, listening attentively, and showing empathy are traits of sincere flirting. Playful flirting is teasing and bantering with another person in a lighthearted and fun way, so just like joking around with them. Traditional flirting, adhering to traditional gender roles and social norms, so the man taking the lead and pursuing the woman.
Like opening the door for somebody.
Yeah.
The sidewalk rule.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Buying flowers on the first date. That kind of thing. Polite flirting is being courteous and respectful to the other person. So complimenting them, showing interest in what they're talking about, being polite and attentive. Witty flirting, which is just being clever and humorous to impress and entertain the other person. Subtle flirting, which is conveying interest in a more indirect way. So prolonged eye contact, smiling, mirroring the other person's body language. I noticed that too, bro. I remember, what was happening to me, bro? I remember I was standing a certain way, and then the person I was talking to, I like shifted a little bit, because I heard about this theory, and it came into my mind. I was just like, okay, let me see if this is gonna like do what I think it's gonna do. So I like shifted the way I was standing, and they started standing just like me. I was like, ooh. This might mean something, or it just might mean that they're just, copying me. I don't know.
Is that intentional though, or is that like
subconsciously?
Yeah. It's more subconscious.
Okay.
I think it's more subconscious because they're like paying attention to what you're saying and what you're doing. No. So it's just like you shift a little bit, they shift a little bit. I just think that's interesting. You know, I think it's interesting. Yeah, and now they're talking about like mistakes that you can make while flirting. So like being inappropriate, unwanted touching, coming on too strong or too fast. Don't use humor that's hurtful or offensive. Being too strictly like tied to gender roles and gender norms. And with polite flirting, being too formal or too stiff, just like, you know, shake your shoulders out a little bit, loosen up, you know, get comfortable. Not too comfortable, but get comfortable, you know? And then there's passive flirting, which is like women behaving more passively. So it's like they receive the attention. They're just like, oh, you know, but not showing you that they're too interested. What else? They say this is more like prolonged eye contact, twirling your hair, that kind of thing.
The last one.
What's the last one? Oh, yeah, and there are signs that someone is flirting with you. Do we want to read this chart? Because apparently nobody in this room can tell if somebody's flirting with them. I think we should read this list.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So 10 signs, according to Insider.com, about if somebody is flirting with you. All these damn ads. My God, bro. Enough. I believe it is enough. Okay, so prolonged eye contact, like we said. They shoot you a lot of brief glances. So, like, they look at you, they look away. They look at you, they look away. They keep looking at you, they keep looking away. They play with their clothing. I saw it. So, like, being fidgety could be a sign of that. I don't know. Do y'all feel like this goes? I feel like it don't go.
That shows that they're nervous.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're playing with your ring or you're playing with your earring or something. Yeah.
What if I just have ADHD, man? And I just need something to do. I feel like that's not a hard and fast rule. That's just, to me, it doesn't come off as a hard and fast rule, you know? They tease you or give you awkward compliments. Have you ever received an awkward compliment? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I think so, yeah.
I think so, but I can't pin it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What is an awkward compliment? Like your teeth? No. I don't know. What is an awkward compliment?
It's like that funny scene from Hitch. Well, Will Smith was trying to, you know, talk to what's your name? The one that's married to Ryan Gosling. But yeah, anyways.
Blake Lively? No, not Ryan Gosling. It's another man. Sorry.
Eva Mendes. There you go. So like, he was trying to, you know, approach her, but then some other guy intervened, and then he just started, you know, it was so cringe. Like, I like your big eyes, you know, like, I like how, you know, your mouth moves. I'm like, bro.
No.
And then you could just see Will Smith just like making some like funny faces on that.
Got you. Thank you, Andy. They touch you while you talk. I feel like I could see this. It makes sense. They raise up their eyebrows when they see you. Do y'all feel like this is accurate? I don't know.
I don't pay attention to that.
I don't know. I feel like I do this just like if somebody calls my name and like I'm looking away or like they call me, I'm just like, you know, standing at attention. But I don't know. I don't think this is a hard and fast rule either. They let you catch them checking you out. Interesting. So they know that they're looking at you, but, you know, they're okay with that. Maybe. They have open body language. I think this is what you were talking about that last episode, Stacy, about the first date where you were just like very like closed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is going back to that. They're always the first ones to react to your social media posts.
That's stalkerish.
Is it? They're the first ones to like it?
If somebody's the first person all the time, like you have the post notifications on and everything. No.
Oh, no, yeah, I've seen that.
Really? People be doing this?
Yeah.
They do it on purpose. Ooh. I don't know. I always try not to be the first one. Like, especially when it's just like 30 seconds ago the thing was posted. I'm like, I don't want to be the first one. I don't want to communicate something that is not my intention, you know? So, I don't know. Okay, they move their body closer to yours. Do you feel like this is indicative?
Yeah.
Fair. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for the signs that somebody's interested in you. I think really quickly before we wrap up, we can talk about, is flirting cheating?
Is it? I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
think it depends on the situation.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're getting something out of it, for example, getting into the club or something, and your boyfriend's there, because this is a situation that happened.
Okay.
So my boyfriend was there. I'm trying to get into the club. I can't.
Okay.
And I flirt with the bouncer.
Okay.
And they let me in.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I also heard.
Go
ahead.
At the club again, I flirt with the bartender to get a free drink, or flirt with one of the people there. But if my boyfriend's there, which he usually is, I make sure I get one for him too. Like, slide him one.
I like that. I like that.
You and I have the same brain cell, because I was thinking the same thing.
I like that. I like people who make sure that the whole team, is fed. I like that.
Cause
I like that. Andy, I want to ask you, do you feel like flirting is cheating?
I feel like what she was saying, it depends on the situation.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, like, you can have a friendly conversation with anybody, whether it's a guy or a girl. But like, once touching is involved, especially like in the club, like, consent is always important. Like, you need consent, because
Right.
a lot of guys, and I was at a party the other day. So the guy was trying to flirt with this girl. All of a sudden, he starts touching his thighs, her thighs, and it's like, I was the only one,
Yeah.
conscious of what was going on. So I told her, hey, listen, like, if that ever happens again, just be next to me, and then I'll make sure that he doesn't keep approaching you. Because the guy kept kept following her, and it's like, yo, that's something that you don't do at all.
Yeah. Some people genuinely just don't know at all. Oh my God, I can't believe we have to end the show, bro. This is so much fun. This is a great time. We loved having you on, Carleen.
Thank you for
Clap it
having
up for the
me.
guest, y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah. She did a great job. We love her, and we would love to have you back as
Thank you.
always. But yeah, I think that's all for the show, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. You know where to find us. WBCR. No, wait, whoa. I'm bugging. Full-length episodes will be uploaded at some point. Please don't jump me. I know I said I found the editor last week. I haven't spoken to the editor about editing my thing yet, but I haven't given her the files yet. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm slacking. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all later. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Peace out.